First of all, Merry Christmas and Happy Healthy New Year to everybody. And if this blog is going to come afterwards or in retroactive. But during this season, a lot of mood is affected. Sadness, and then sometimes certain people tend to move towards depression. And the mind-body world is very effective when it comes to your mood. Very, very effective. So a combination of yin and yang workout is a perfect solution, and you will see that within 3 to 4 days your mood will change and you will feel better about yourself, and you'll be able to move easier and faster forward. And the workout is a combination of going up and down, and I'll go over it first. Then 5 patterns of breathing patterns, and then push-ups, and again the 5 patterns of breath, and then sit-ups, and again the 5 patterns of breath. So what will happen over time, you will do the up and down on one day, and the breath the same day. The next day you'll do the sit-ups or the push-ups with the breath again, and the third day you'll do either the push-ups or whatever you didn't do on the second day. So after a while, you'll have each workout twice a week. You'll have twice a week leg strength, twice a week upper body strength, and twice a week abdominal strength. And on top of that, you'll develop your lungs, which affects the sympathetic nervous system, supplies more oxygen to all the organs, including the brain, and most important, you'll saturate your whole body with oxygen. And that goes a long way. So the first part of our seasonal workout is up and down. When you do up and down, there's a few ways to do up and down. So you choose the one that is best for you. You don't need to do all of them. You can choose 1 or 2 and alternate. The first one is repetition. When you do repetition, number, you slide. You slide. So the first thing you want to do is legs apart, as wide as you can, while keeping the knees over the middle toe and having the toe in front of your knees. So that way you're protecting your knees. Some people that this doesn't work, try another alternate way. So you slide, inhale on the way down, and exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down and exhale on the way up. If you do up to 15, it's beginners. From 15 to 30, intermediate, and from 30 to 50, advanced. I do about 35 3 times a week. 2 sets. So this is the first set, legs apart. Legs apart, strengthen the outer thighs. The second set you do is legs together, repetition. So it's counting. Again, you see I move my toes forward in front of my knees. This is easier to line up the knees with the toes because your legs together. And inhale and exhale. You can go slow, you can go fast, but make sure you coordinate the breath with the movement. Some of you may want to do it differently. So what you do, you put a chair and you do the same thing, up and down. Legs apart, inhale and exhale. Knees line up with the middle toe, feet parallel, and you open it that shoulder width apart, toes in front of your knees. And then you do the second set, legs together. You can see I'm also doing fire breath. So this is, you make yourself young and positive, and you don't have time to think and to ponder about the negative thoughts. Another option is, some people when they use the chair, because it's 90 degrees angle, the knees don't feel right. So what you do is very simple. You take some yoga blocks and you put it on the chair, and then the chair is a little higher, and you change. So this, you see, you change the angle to about 110, 120 degrees, and that is easier on the knees. So you don't have to go all the way to the chair, which is 90 degrees. And again, inhale on the way down, and exhale. 2 sets. Okay. Some people are a little younger, their joints are better, and they can go much lower. So what you do is you grab a rope, or for some people you can you take the doorknob, and you put the rope on the doorknob, and you stand sideways or to the door. Okay, and again, legs apart. So you see, you go all the way down, and then legs together. After a while, you don't really need the rope, but it's nice. Try to build up to about 30, 35 every time you do it. 2 sets, legs apart, legs together. One more way to do it, and you need to alternate with that one. I will alternate. I wouldn't choose one or the other, because the up and down are really important. But one more way to do it is stationary. So some people, they need to focus on stationary because they can slide, and then you go down to 100 degrees or 95, and you hold it. You hold it again. Up to 1.5 minutes is intermediate. So you want to build up is beginners. So you want to build up to 1.5 minutes first. Then you build up to 3 minutes, and eventually one day maybe you can do 5. Again, it's 3 minutes legs apart. You take a break, walk a little bit, shake the legs. You can stretch them, and then you do another 3 minutes or 1.5 minutes or 30 seconds, whatever you're at. Where's your baseline of legs together? So this is the first part of the seasonal workout, and this is the leg part. Between legs apart and legs together, you will strengthen the outer thighs and the inner thighs. Legs together will strengthen the inner, legs apart the outer. By doing both consistently over a week and then over a year, you will increase your bone density. So this is a great method also to increase not only muscle mass, but also bone density. And now, I'll introduce you to the breathing part, the yin side of this exercise. For the yin side of the workout, for seasonal mind-body workout, what you want to do is this. You're going to go and lie on your back. Either use a chair like this, or I'll show a second option on the floor. And what you want to do, you want to lie in such a way that your lungs are stuck up, like they put it on a pedestal. So sometimes you may want to put something behind you, behind the spine, and that way the whole lungs open up. You open the hands facing up, and your first pattern of breath is inhale, exhale. Just warm up the lungs. Close your eyes. And just inhale and exhale softly, and that's a warm-up. You're just warming up the lungs. When you do that, inhale and sense the air moving into your lungs. Feel the muscles around the lungs, and when they expand to about 80%, exhale, and at the same time help the muscles relax using your mind. So they will relax anyhow because of the exhalation, but you're going to add your mind into them, and you want to work with the metaphor. Ice to water, water to gas. So inhale, 80%, exhale, and help with the mind, the smooth muscles around the lungs relax. Ice to water, water to gas. Again, you choose each pattern how many minutes you want to do. I'm going to talk about doing a minute, but I have students that do 5 minutes each pattern. I have students that do 3 minutes each pattern. So you choose how often, how many minutes you do each pattern. So the first pattern is warm up. Of course, after a while when you do it, what you can do is get an eye bag and put it on your eyes and do the whole 5 sets of breath with the eye bags on you. So the eye bags really is nice and helpful. The second pattern, you're going to inhale and hold your breath at the end of inhalation. Hold it for 5 to 10 seconds, depending on your ability. Once you finish 5 seconds, exhale. Then inhale again. Hold the breath for 5 seconds. And exhale. In. Hold. And exhale. Do you totally hold the breath? No, you don't have to hold it. You can hold and still increase a little bit gently. So it's not really hold the breath. The word is linger at the end of inhalation. Linger at the end of inhalation. Once you finish that pattern, you can put a timer or you can look at the clock. If you decided to do 3 minutes, you did 3 minutes of this pattern and you move to the third pattern. The third pattern, you inhale, exhale, and linger at the end of exhalation. Again, do you hold your breath? No, you linger. You release at the end of exhalation the breath like in a serene. So you linger at the end of exhalation. In, out, and linger 5 to 10 seconds. In, out, and linger 5 to 10 seconds. So that's your third pattern of breath. The fourth pattern of breath, you mix the two. You linger at the end of the inhalation and you linger at the end of the exhalation. So inhale, linger 5 to 10 seconds. Exhale, linger 5 to 10 seconds. Inhale, linger, and exhale, and linger. So that's your fourth pattern of energy, of breathing. The fifth and last one is a cool down. And in that stage, you can actually fall asleep. So you just cool down, because you did some work with the muscles around the lungs. So you need to cool down. Again, try to do this every day with one of your yang side patterns. So if you do the up and down with the legs, you integrate this in. If you do the push-ups, you integrate this in, as well as the sit-ups, you integrate it in. Next, I'm going to show another way of doing the 5 patterns of breath on the floor. So when going on the floor is going much more serious. This is what they call in yoga pranayama, science of breath. And what I'm saying is, yeah, that's how you do it on the floor and you go to classes and you do it that way. But I'm saying take this pattern of breathing, the 5 patterns, and just mix it into your life every place you are. You can do it sitting, the 5 patterns. You can do it on the reclining chair, or when you do have the time and the setups, you can do it on the floor or in your bed. You can put the bolster near your bed and do it before you go to sleep, or in the morning, or different times of the day. So what you need is a bolster. There's many different bolsters. If you don't have a bolster like this, you just take a broomstick and you put a blanket, fold a blanket over it. So anything that will go on your back and will and when you lie on it, you see I don't put my butt on it. My pelvis is on the floor, my sitting bones. I'm really putting it, the thoracic spine on it. So even my lower back lumbar is not on it. So the stiffer you are, the lower, the higher up the bolster is. You know, the more open you are, you can move closer towards the bolster and start from the lumbar area or the tailbone. So, yeah, the lumbar is better to be in the air a little bit. Some people like flat this way. They don't need a pillow. Some people like to have a little height, especially if you have stiff shoulders and neck. So a little pillow goes a long way. The next thing you want to do is you get some sandbags or weights or anything, and you put the palms facing up, and you put the sandbags on the palm, so they hold their hands this way. You see, they hold it. Of course, if someone else does it for you, even better, because you can relax, and they can put the sandbags and stretch your arms and stretch your legs. And then last but not least, a nice eye bags that you can get in many places, and you're in the posture. So once you're in the posture, again, you go through the 5 patterns of breath. So remember, the first pattern, just a warm-up. The second pattern, linger at the end of inhalation. The third pattern, linger at the end of exhalation. The fourth pattern, linger both at the end of inhalation and at the end of exhalation. And the fifth pattern, relax. You can even fall asleep. So remember, those are the 5 patterns of energy, of breath. Energy and breath, I call it the same. And then you choose, do you want to do a minute each one? Do you want to do 3 minutes? Maybe some days you'll have 5 minutes for each one. So that's right there, 25 minutes. So this goes a long way. Choose a spot and start going through the patterns and experience each one and see where can you empty your mind better. Is it at the end when you linger at the end of inhalation, or you linger at the end of exhalation? You'll find out some places it's harder to keep the mind quiet. So over time you'll get better and better and more focus. So good luck with your seasonal workout.